with my father. Recording in progress.
Yes, I've just remembered that we would like to record the session, Claudia, don't we?
Yes, yes. And Luisa, your grandson Max is
okay,
behind
Max.
you. We have a secret participant. Hi, Max.
Okay. Hi, Max. And now, PA, you take over, and I make the speakers. Okay, yeah.
So it was very interesting to see that the story of my father and how I got in contact with him, how this was remembered by you all. In nearly all the feedbacks, this story was in there. And yeah, I think this is very interesting. And Claudia also said that we will talk about this a little more, because obviously this is something that moved you very much. And perhaps this can also help you, because it's good to have a peaceful connection to your past and to your roots. Yeah, I heard I should talk about a recent personal victory. So a personal victory, perhaps it's a story of climbing Mount Dachstein. I come from a region in Upper Austria, and I have been raised at the foothills of this high mountain, and I always dreamed of climbing up there, but you cannot just walk up there. You have to climb up there with ropes and so on. And so I thought, I'm 50 years now, it's time to go up there. And I hired a guide, and it was difficult because we only had a time window of 6 hours, because then there was rain coming and heavy weather. So the guide said, we have to really hurry up, and I'm not sure if you can make this, because I never learned climbing. And so this was a bit unsure, but it worked out, and it was a really great feeling afterwards. You know, it's always the same if you challenge yourself. If you do something you have never done before and you go through it, then it always feels wonderful. So yeah, it was a joyful victory, a very small joyful victory, one thing for my bucket list.
But PA, I wanted you to ask in terms of the homework, you know, if we now take this victory, you asked to our coaches the questions, what is the goal? What are the steps, you know, which make you reach the goal, and what is the blocking mindset? So if you take this, you climbing the summit, how could you answer these questions?
So first of all is the thing, am I strong enough? Am I fast enough? Can I do this? And it's most important that you are convinced that you can do it, and you just go for it. And
when was the first time when you thought about going there?
Or when I was a little child.
So it took you really like
50 years.
50 years. I hope.
The Mount Dachstein is really like the nearest big mountain.
Yes.
I was raised in Hallstatt. Probably a lot of you know this picture from Hallstatt. I saw it when I traveled to India. I saw it as a screensaver. It's a village that is built on a lake, and there are these houses on a steep hill. And Mount Dachstein is the highest mountain in the region. And so, yeah, I always wanted to go up there, and finally I did it.
But obviously you had lots of blocking mindsets, because it took you 50 years to do it.
Yeah, because I didn't have the skills to do it. And yeah, it was never such a big dream. Probably I would have done it earlier. But you know, you have to start things going. And you know, when you're 50 years old, there is nearly half of the life gone. So you have to start working through your bucket list. Mm-hmm. It was the same. Another thing was, there is a very cold river I was now one week there, and there's a very, very cold river with a beautiful mountain river pool, a natural one, but it's very, very cold. And I remember as a child, my grandmother always said, because I asked her, can I go bathing there? And she said, it's too cold, you will die if you go in there. It has 8 degrees Celsius. And I was in the last years, I also was dealing with ice bathing, and it's incredible what the human body can manage in terms of temperature. So I knew that 8 degrees is nothing. You know, you can go into ice water and nothing happens. So I just did it, and it was a great feeling. It was wonderful to go into this mountain river. And these are very small victories, but it's fine to overcome your fears and your these stories you are told as a child. Like my grandmother said, you will die if you go in there, and then you do it, and you don't die. You are even more alive afterwards. So yeah, these are just little stories.
But so the lesson learned, because for me is you climbing the summit like a lesson for life. That you, as you said, you have to overcome some sayings or some prejudices or the opinion you have on yourself, and
yeah, and go through your fear. And especially during the holidays, for me, it's always a playful way of overcoming my fears. That's nothing I would recommend, but that's something I often do, jumping from a very high cliff or something else. Because I think Will Smith said this once when he first went parachuting, when he was jumping from an airplane. And he was so afraid. And when he did, he said there was so much joy afterwards. And getting this feeling in a safe way that when you overcome your fears, that there is so much joy behind it. And actually, it's so much easier when you do it than before, when you think, will I be able to do this, and what will happen? And when you do it, it's really easy afterwards, and it feels great. And these little victories that help you achieve bigger victories in real life. So I think it's often very important to challenge yourself in a joyful, playful way.
mm-hmm.
And I think David Boy said this, the fastest progress you make in these areas where you hardly can swim, where it's not really dangerous, but where you hardly touch the ground and where you hardly can swim. And this is the area where you can go out of your comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
and where you make progress. Because when it's really dangerous and something happens to you, then you get traumatized, and probably then you won't stand up again. But these little challenges that help you the most. And especially for me, it's in the holidays when I do little adventures where I can challenge myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine.
And can I, as a moderator, come in here spontaneously and ask two courageous people in here, or 3, could you, out of the spur of the moment, tell us about such tiny little challenges that you have done, that you have faced and overcome?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of playful, nothing serious, just something where you were afraid of and where you just embraced your fear and said, come on, let's go for it. Is there any volunteer here? I'm sure there is.
P.A., he formulated it very well, to get out of the comfort zone. So I'm sure that some of you got out of your comfort zone recently.
Or maybe some time ago. But so that's also you who can contribute and have a chance, to tell us something.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want us, just to pick someone? I could take my pen here and say, Zamrat, you look so courageous. Do you know a little story where you overcame some fear, and be it so little. It's always worth mentioning.
Yes, I have overcome some of the problems, but I have problem in explaining.
Ah, okay.
But Samrat, I think, because if I think about the letter you wrote now with Sabine, you got out of your comfort zone. Maybe you can tell about this, the letter regarding the result.
Yes, I showed some courage to fight for the systemic errors in the marks. And there's Sabina helped me a lot on doing that. She showed me that I can do that, and I have done that very well. I have done my best on that work.
And Samrat, can you tell us your feeling? What feeling did you have after you had this? Yes, I've done it. What was this feeling like?
That feeling was something very special. Means I was feeling happy. Means when I do something good for me, I feel good.
Super. Yes, and it's exactly this feeling. Thank you for sharing. Cool. Thank you.
And it took courage, isn't it? You had to be courageous to do it, because you against the board and against the authorities.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. It took lots of courage to do that.
Great. Cool. Any other one you would like to share?
And I want to thank you to Sabina for doing that.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, she was of a great help.
Louisa or the others, just so that you understand what it's about. This is about trying to get board exam results reassessed because there weren't any examinations this year. So it was just an assessment, and it doesn't seem a fair assessment. So Samrat has to fight for what he thinks is now right and fair. But that's quite intimidating in India.
Oh yes.
Very good, yeah.
Very good.
This is also something to talk to somebody where you're afraid of. There are these little tests of courage where nothing happens. No, what should happen if you ask somebody for something? You can say no, and that's the hardest thing that will happen. But if you are lucky, it will have a good outcome.
And also, PA, what I have experienced, and I think this is going to be to build a bridge to the point later on meditation. I think meditation also helps to give you this inner courage. You yourself give yourself this inner courage. It can be strengthened, can't it?
Exactly. In one of the feedbacks, I read that he or she won't do meditation because he wants to be successful and so on. So I think there was a little misunderstanding. What meditation does is that it connects you with your inner being, with a place where success and failing are not important. But this doesn't mean that in life success isn't important. It's just life always has successes and failures. You know, there is nobody that always is successful. Always there will be failures and problems and challenges. But the winners, the difference between winners and quitters is that the winners always stand up again. So it's very important that you can deal with failures and with problems and with challenges, and if you lose. And meditation gives you this power, because there is, in life, there is doing and being, and both are important. Because when you just be, it's not important if you are successful or not successful. It's just important that you perceive life. And this is this feeling you get in meditation, that it's okay if it's good or bad, no matter what. But in life, of course, it's important that you are successful and that you lose. But this feeling that you are good, or that you are valuable and important, no matter if you're successful or not. This is the feeling you get in meditation. So it gives you this strength to stand up again, because you're valuable anyway. But of course you want to be successful and you want to achieve your goals. And this state of meditation gives you this strength. So it is strengthening. And this doesn't mean that you just should accept everything that is happening in life. No, you can change it, but you can accept it as it is. And from this point, you can change it. That's the point.
Very good.
And I think Asad, he raised his hand. Raju, did you want to give us an example of you getting out of the comfort zone?
Yeah, I would like to share about my exam. The last exam, we were having a new rules that we have to switch on our camera, and the examiner is going to investigate. He or she will be watching us, whether we are cheating or not, and how we are writing. So we have to show our face as well as the copy. And I was very afraid that how to handle it and how to overcome. But finally, when I saw my result, I was very happy to see that my result was very good, and I became the college topper. And now, so another exam we are again going to have. So I'm relaxed now. I feel comfortable that yes, now I can overcome, no problem for it.
But this was the first time, because I thought that this is the general rule. You have to switch on the camera whenever you do online exams.
No, actually, our rules was different, but from last time it got just changes. So it was the new rules, how to overcome, how to, tackle the problem. But now it's comfortable for me.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for these interesting contributions that make our sessions more interactive, more lively.
And also Karobi is raising her hand, maybe a third example. Do you want to say something, Karobi?
Yeah, yes, Auntie, I wanted to say, actually, before I was very much afraid about that, what I'm doing now, because you know it very well that I'm doing my courses, makeup courses. And before I thought that I cannot do this one because of the money, because nowadays it's all about money. Without money, we cannot do anything. So your big hand is like what I was really afraid to say that I can handle this or not, but finally I got your help, and now I'm doing it. So this is, I think, one thing that I overcome it, and I told about it to you. So finally I'm doing it right now, and I think that yes, I'm a little bit successful about my work.
Yes, you're very welcome. Nobody has to be afraid to ask us, Sabine and me. We are the representatives of ZUKI for getting some support. So, Karobi, you are the best example. It's always possible.
Yes, but before I was afraid that how I'll tell you about, because I don't have courage to say about this to you. But finally I told about it.
Oh my God. No need to be afraid, but it's good that you overcame it. So now you are making this course. It's great to see your progress.
Yes, I'm trying to give my update to you, and yes, I'm doing it. And finally, maybe one day I'll become a makeup artist, which I really wanted to do. But before I wanted to become a teacher, but now it's like changed.
This is very likely in your age. But this is, I think, Karobi's example is a very good example that some fears only exist in your mind, in your fantasy. there are no real fears, because I think nobody has to be afraid to ask me for some support. So maybe you made it up somehow. So I think, P.A, I think this is the experience many, also I know it from my life. Sometimes you think about something and you make up the fear, and you are not, you don't dare to do it. But there's no reason in life to.
Exactly. Of course, it's always important to really think, is this really dangerous? And there is our rational mind helping. But as you said, in 95% of all the cases where we are afraid, like asking somebody for something or making contact in some way, nothing can happen. The worst thing is that you can say no or whatever, or that we are ashamed. But being ashamed is a completely useless feeling. So we can get rid of this feeling and just do it. And in NLP, in neuro-lingual programming, it is said you only learn through experience. So it doesn't make sense to make some stories up in our mind. Just do it and see what happens. And if you're successful, it's wonderful. And if you are not successful, then you have learned a lesson. So doing something and making an experience is good anyways. Just do it.
I have a very good, I think a good example from my life. When I started being a journalist, I think it was 28 or 27, at a weekly magazine. I got a contract that I had to write one story a week. This was 2 to 3 pages. But I was, as always, I was working very hard. So I wrote 2, 3, 4 stories, sometimes 10, 20 pages a week. And then some colleague came, like 1 year, year after my start, she came and said, you have to ask for an increment because you're working too much. You're working much too much. And I was afraid to go to the boss and ask for an increment. And then I was thinking about it 1 month, 2 months. And after 3 months, I asked for having, this meeting, and I was going there and was very shy and very, very, timid and not really speaking loud. And I was telling him, I think that some other people told me I'm working too much and so many pages. And he was sitting there and he said, I was waiting for many months that you came, but you never showed up. So I think this is a good example. Sometimes the fear is just in your head, and it's always a question of self-confidence.
Yeah, actually, the fear is always in your head, and it's just stories. Fear, just stories. And this is another thing, a good thing about meditation, to get rid of your stories. As we said last time, don't believe everything you think, because it's just stories. And real life is often so much different than what we think about life. And this is another parallel to neuro-lingual programming. It's said that we have maps of the world, we have maps of reality, but these maps not always fit, are correct. These are often very old maps from our childhood, and they don't fit to the present anymore. So it's important that we get in touch with reality. And this just happens when we are doing things, when we are experiencing things. And we only can experience things when we are not afraid. And this is again the bridge to meditation, because with meditation we get control over our fears or about our emotions, because fears are emotions that block us. But euphoria, for example, is an emotion that gives us enormous energy. And so it's important that we get control of our emotions. In NLP, it's called stage management. So you bring yourself in a stage that gives you energy to achieve a special goal.
Yes. And so you have acquired lots of energy, P.A, to climb this mountain. This is where we left off. And you have overcome your fear. And I thank you all.
Or going into the cold water. This is such an easy example. If you go into the cold water, because sometimes you think, this really hurts. It's just too cold. My feet are already hurting. And then you go into it and you afterwards, you feel like Superman. And it's just a few seconds away from I cannot do this and from I feel like Superman. And these are just these playful ways how you get energy psychologically.
Yeah, it's this decisive little step you have to take in order to overcome your fears. Okay, thank you. So much for overcoming your fears and recent victories. So now let's turn to the discussion of your homework. And you have been sent these 3 questions. What is your current goal? Because your homework made you reflect upon your dream job that lies ahead of you in the future. But now, today, in this session, we would like to know what is your current goal. And Claudia, what do you think? Shall we go through all these 3?
I just want to explain, because these questions, I made them up after I have read all your homework, because I think most of you, the big goal you're having, you are already approaching it, because like Sabina, she was writing, she wants to become a successful nurse. Or Anuradha was writing, she wants to get financially independent. So I think that most of you are already on your way. So I think we should not discuss the whole homework, but now just think about where are you standing now in, approaching this goal, and what is your blocking mindset still, and what steps have you taken till now to later on reach this big goal. Because only defining big goals, I think it's very far away sometimes, and it's getting abstract, because maybe sometimes it's 5-10 years away. I think we should concentrate on now. Where are we standing now on this way on approaching the bigger goal? So this was my idea behind to change the questions. But it's part of the homework anyway. It's you were thinking in the bigger frame, and we now try to make it, bring it to the present. Yeah. So I would start with Anuradha, because Anuradha, you were writing about getting financially independent is your big goal. So if you define now, which steps have you already taken? Because, having your profession one day is the big goal, and you are already approaching it. Which steps have you already taken to reach this big goal, getting financially independent?
Right now, I'm following my mentor, actually, who is teaching me all the things. And he has already said that, and he is a big example for me, because he is successful now. So by following his steps, whatever he is saying,
who he? The teacher?
Yes.
Okay.
My teacher.
So right now you are making a training for accountancy.
Yes.
Yes. So this is already one step to reach this big goal, getting financially independent.
Yes, even he was even the teacher was from a very poor background, so he is a big motivation or big example for me. So he is motivating us in every step. So I'm going to follow everything, whatever he is saying or how he is guiding us. And later on, I think I will be successful. But there are some other reasons also. Like there are some obstacles like corruption. India is very corrupted, and there are many other things.
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason, if that thing is constraining me, so it may be it may go in a different way. Otherwise, I think I will definitely be successful. Mm-hmm. And that time maybe I won't be regretting that I haven't done anything. I will give my best, and result will automatically come.
Okay, so PA, I think there we have 2 important points, also important for everybody here. First, that Anuradha, she has a teacher, he's like a role model for her. He comes also from a poor background, and I think, as you were writing also, that you should find people that help you, or maybe just be a good example for you. P.A. Is this important?
Absolutely. So there are first role models that you can learn from. And of course, you always need people to help you, because you always need people who are in higher positions or who have skills that you don't have. So it's important that you find people who help you on your way, and it's important to identify what you need. And this is what you said, there is this big goal where we want to go in the end, but as you said, it's often too abstract, it's too far away, and it's 10 years away, and but 10 years are very fast.
Yeah, we say in our age.
Exactly. So it's important to break it up and into smaller goals, and this is what we call the retrospective. So when you imagine you have reached your goal, and then you go back and you look at the steps you would have to take, and what would I have to do next year, and then you see what you need, what are these smaller steps, and who you need and what you need to achieve these smaller steps. And then you can look around, where are these people, where are these tools that I need to achieve these smaller goals.
Mm-hmm. And Anuradha, she also started with this accountancy course, not to waste any time, because college is starting, I think, in November. So
December.
I think November?
No, December.
December.
Yes.
So I think this is also a good example for doing something. If you have a goal, just try to do something, and sometimes you are then led to another way, or
exactly get things going, because often while you are going, another big thing happens that perhaps is even greater, because it's important to make plans. But you always have to keep in mind, life is what happens while we are busy making plans, as John Lennon said. And so it's important to make plans, but you also can be open that something greater happens. It's possible, and it always happens. Mm-hmm. But you get rewarded because if you're just sitting back and waiting that something happens, also these wonderful special things that life brings to you won't happen, because you didn't start going. So on your way, the tools are coming and will help you to make your goal, whatever it is. Perhaps it's another goal that's even greater that you could not have imagined.
Mm-hmm. And Anuradha, do you have any blocking mindsets still?
No, right now I'm not having any blocking mindsets.
No, because you have big goals. You want to go for an MBA later on after having the Bachelor of Commerce. So this is a huge goal, but you are confident.
Yes.
Wonderful.
You don't look confident saying this. If I would interview you now for my radio show, I would say you don't mean what you are saying, because your eyes look different. But
actually, I'm tired today. I'm having classes since 9 a.m. and right now it just ended at 6:30.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a reason. I know it's late for you. Okay.
Yes, there was break in between from 1 to 2. There was a break, and again 4 hours continuously I was having accountancy class. So
okay. Fine. So heads off for you that you have so much power, working on your goals. Okay, so thank you, Anuradha. Maybe we continue with the next person. Which one did we choose? We chose some. Was this Sabina? Yes. Sabina, you were writing about becoming a successful nurse. This is one of your big goals. And I think you have already taken some steps that bring you closer to this goal. So could you tell about it? Sabina? Is she still here? Did she leave the meeting?
Oh, Sabina.
She was here in the beginning, wasn't she?
She was here, but she's not there now.
No, she's not there now. Maybe she will come back.
Okay.
But we can go to the next one. Maybe Sabina will come back.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Good. So let's go to the next person. Sabina is now coming back. But we can take Kanai in the meantime and then give Sabina some time to relax, if you want.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Kanai?
Kanai, you wanted to talk with us about your homework. And you told us you want to become a successful stock investor with a salary of 30 to 40,000 rupees. So which steps have you taken till now to approach your goal?
Actually, this CFA, this can only be pursued if I go after BCom. So now I'm doing BCom, then after BCom, I am planning to do CFA. Actually, it is American examinations. American, it is held by America, but it is now held in India also, where I can get the job abroad also, or maybe in India also. It's like chartered analyst, chartered accountant category job. Means it is wow, it is as equal to the CA. CA and CFA is same, but CA it is mostly for company accountant, and CFA if I can be an analyst for investor, those who want to invest money on stock, or I can be a company's analyst, like company want to buy stock or want to make the shares and make it in the market. So I can be the analyst for a company, and that 40K and 30K, that is not my amount, because it is, for me, it is very less. For me, it is very less.
It's a small amount for you. It's a big amount for India, isn't it?
Is in India, because days going, the things are getting more expensive. So maybe I think that 30K, 40K is just an average, just for living. But I have to think for my family also. Means for my mom, then I get married, my son and daughter. So I need more money for them. They also need to study.
So PA, is it a good way of defining a goal by defining, for instance, the height of the salary, how much you should earn?
Of course, it's a goal, but it can lead to very hollow life, because it's always important how you earn the money, because these amounts, it's just numbers, and at least you should know what you do with it, with the money. And I also would think that it's important that you enjoy what you are doing while you are earning this money, because money, you are selling your lifetime. Always keep in mind, when you get a salary, you are selling your lifetime. And I think our lifetime, our life is the most important we have. And of course, money is important, but it's more, the quality of life is more important than the money. So I would say having the goal of earning enough or much money is good, important, of course, but I will also include how you earn the money and what you do with it.
Because do you think this profession will make you happy, or is this nothing that you are concerned or thinking about? Is it just a profession that is well paid?
Anna, you must switch on your microphone.
Sorry. It's a well paid means the salary is very much well paid, and actually means when I took commerce, that from that time or maybe before during class 10, I thought about this talk came to my mind. So I always wanted to like go. I always feel like that I will be attracted towards stock. So I like it's always come to my mind that I want to be a successful stock investor. Maybe I told to my friends also, many friends, that maybe I'm doing accountancy, but there are many sectors are there for accountancy, not only accountant. Like I can be a stock investor, I can be a manager in a company, I can be a secretary of a company. So for me, I think stock investor is good. It's a well-paid salary. Like the amount that a CA get, that type of amount I will be getting in CFA also. I will be have a degree name written, means I will written Mr. Kanai Hemram, CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst.
Okay.
Like the written CA, like CFA.
And are you already doing some stock investments? Because you can do it with very small amounts, having the app on your mobile.
But
I think many
actually,
of
I'm
you are
having
doing
some
this.
authentication problem in my Aadhaar card. I don't know what is happening with this Indian security problem. I'm not getting any OTP in my number. So I have tried with my mom account also, but her number also not registers. So I have to again go to the government employees for help.
Okay, but one more question. Do you have any blocking mindset? So you chose the studies that bring you closer to your goal, your professional goal. But do you have any blocking mindsets now?
As for now, I am not pursuing it because I'm doing BCom. So after doing BCom, I will be going for CFA. That time I may be having for making visa.
But now doing this BCom, doing your studies, making while studying, do you have any blocking mindsets now? Because this is the main topic, having PA with us. You know, how can we change our mindsets? Are there any thoughts that make you feel afraid, or that somewhere?
Now I don't have any blocking such mindset. I'm okay. Okay means I'm fully okay with my life. I'm happy now.
Okay, fine. So this is also okay, PA, isn't it?
Wonderful. If it's that way, it's perfect.
So we wanted to talk with Sabina. Where is she? Sabina, are you here now? Is she here, or did she drop out again?
Let's see. Sabina is here. Sabina, Aufhebung der Stimme, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi, hello. Because you wrote in your homework you want to become a successful nurse, and I think you took already some very important steps to reach this goal. So can you tell us about it? Which were the most important steps now?
Right now, as you all know, our college has not started yet. But yes, I have got one opportunity to start with my career, as father gave me one chance to do some work to test blood test. I'm doing here with the staff. I'm testing the sugar level of all the masses here.
Oh, great. I didn't know it.
Yes.
So you are already working in this field.
Yeah, yes, I'm working in this field, and I'm feeling really very happy to do this work and enjoying my work. So I think this is my first step I have started with.
So PA, this is a good example for just get moving and trying if you're really happy doing it.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Exactly. Because often we imagine something very great, and when you're actually doing it, we see that it's not worth pursuing, or we see, wow, this is exactly what I want to do, and I can invest more energy in it. But it's really most important, get things going. And it's not that important how fast the progress is. There's this Chinese saying, never stop anybody who is making progress, no matter how slow. It's important that we take one step after another, because then life will bring us support. When it's good for us, then life will bring us support.
Mm-hmm. And are you having any people helping you? How do you feel this? Because also in the homework of PA, this was one point, to get people helping you reaching this goal.
Yes, the most important person helping me is I'm getting help from ZUKI, and yes, Father Xavier is supporting me here, and right now I'm helping from nurses and doctors from here in Anandapalli in hostels. I'm getting help from them also and learning from them.
Mm-hmm. But you had one difficult experience, as I know, because you wanted to attend a different college, not the one that Father was suggesting. And there was a big discussion going on, and you were really fighting for your suggestion. But then Father told us you should go to Bangalore. So how could you cope with this, like, failure? For you, I think it was a failure. So
it's not a failure. I have just compromised with myself, and I know this is my best options to go with. So I have chosen this field.
PA, this is a very interesting example, because Sabina, she's going for the nursing college, and she was looking in the internet, and she wanted to attend a different college than the one that Father Xavier was choosing for her. So there was a discussion. Is there anything we can learn from that sometimes you have to compromise?
So, and why did he do? I think it's important that Sabina is understanding why, because if there is a dissonance, then and she's doing something that she doesn't understand, then I think it could lead to a problem. But if she was convinced and she understands it now, why it's good, because we can learn from others, and if we get advice, it can help us, of course. But if we are forced into something, then it can create a cognitive dissonance, which is not that good. So I'm not sure if she sorted this out.
I think, Sabina, you understood to go with the group, and that it's already many people are there, and they are already studying in this particular college. So
yes, that's why I have chosen to go with them. I have thought that this place will be more safer to me.
Yes, it's also a question of safety. And do you have any blocking mindsets right now?
No, right now, no, nothing.
Everybody is self-confident, no more fears.
Well, Sabina has just got some excellent class 12 results.
Ah, yes.
So congratulations, Sabina.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabina.
You know, that must be very motivating. That's the perfect way to start college, isn't it? Knowing that your last step has been successfully completed.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Thank
she
you,
got over 80%, didn't you, Sabina?
83%.
83%. Excellent results for class 12. Really excellent.
Thank you so much.
So we can. I ask into the group, who else would like to speak about his way approaching his goal and where he is right now, or she? Before we choose.
We have one more.
Yes, I know, but I just wanted to know if some. Jagat, I wanted to ask you too, because I know that you are working day and night, from what I've heard from your brother. You're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're just studying.
No, not eating, that is I'm eating, but I'm not getting time. Means between every 2 class I have 15 minutes break, so I have to take bath, then I have to go for eat, everything in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So you are like a long distance runner.
Yeah.
And so how you were writing about you want to get a job at PayPal. You want to do a job as a coder. So are you?
Yes. I should start from where? Means you ask me question, then I will tell you.
Yes. So what? How do you feel now? The most important step I think you took is now doing this master studies. How do you approach your goal? Where do you feel are you standing now? On which point?
When you go for a company interview, they will ask you data structure and algorithm. 60% means 60% question comes from that subject, data structure and algorithm. So if you want to be a 5-star coder, so you have to give 2,500 hours means in a website in order to be a 5-star coder. So I'm trying that every day. I'm trying to give 4 hours. What happens in the morning? I code for 1 hour. Then if I got stuck, then I go for meditation.
PA, you have to listen to this.
No, in the morning I don't start. Means at first I start coding. Then if I got stuck, then I go for meditation because I need in the inner peace or something else I need. So that with that problem I can get over it. So then I do meditation for 10 to 15 minutes. Then again I start with that problem. So from morning 5 o'clock, I'm giving four hours in this data structure and algorithm, so that I could complete 2,500 hours. Means in a 6 month.
So you need 2,500 hours in coding.
Yeah,
and it's you that is writing this down, or who is checking that you are telling the truth? That you...
There is an online platform.
Jagat, where are you now? Hast du es verstanden, PA? Ich erkläre es, er programmiert und braucht 2.500 Stunden, um diesen Traumjob zu bekommen im Programmieren.
In der Früh meditiert er immer.
Und er fängt in der Früh an, er macht jeden Tag 4 Stunden oder so, das wird dann online mitgezählt, und wenn er stecken bleibt oder gerade eine nicht mehr kann, dann meditiert er, um sozusagen die Hürde zu überwinden.
Yeah, that's perfect. That I do it the same way. You know, when you get in problems, then you connect with your subconsciousness, and often first you get more energy, you get relaxed, but often even the solutions for problems come from the subconsciousness. So that's a very good way in dealing with a lot of work. If you really have difficult problems and a lot of work, meditation is the best way to relax, because if you are just going to Facebook or distract yourself, this won't help you in solution. It won't really relax you. So yeah, that's a very good way, especially I suppose when you do coding.
And Jagat, for me, you are, as I said, you are like a long distance runner, because I think now already for many months, you are, how many hours a day are you in front of the computer?
In the morning, I have to be 4 hours in front of the computer, and in the class means from 10 to 5 I have a class. So if there is a practical, any practical classes left, so I have to be in front of the computer again. Means they are only 2 hours. You have to be from 10 to 5. You have to be in front of the computer for 2 hours. So 4 and 2 hours, 6 hours. In the night, if I have any homework, I have to sit for 1 hour for practice.
So you are starting in the morning till late night. You're working.
Not late night. I go for sleep at 9 to 10 because in the morning I have to get up. Means if I feel tiredness, then I cannot work. Means I cannot solve the problem. That's why I have to go early sleep.
And so how can you handle it? What kind of mindset do you have to keep your mind and your energy up?
I have a timetable. I have to follow the timetable. I am trying to following my timetable. And what happens? I'm with other coders, means the students who are there in my college. So they are working very hard. They have got intensive in many companies also. So in order to means I have to be with them only. In order to keep the pace, I have to practice. So they are the, what you can call inspiration for me.
The inspiration, like a training partners. If you
yeah.
Yesterday I was interviewing a cyclist, an Austrian champion. She was winning the gold medal in cycling in Tokyo at the Olympic Games. And she was also telling about the most difficult thing is if you cycle for 5, 6, 8 hours to keep up the motivation. And you know the pain, you're feeling so much pain that you don't give up. So you remind me a little bit of a cyclist or a long distance runner or something. So PA, this is, I think, also a good way of dealing with having some partners like Jagat is telling. He has his partners in his studies. So you are kind of, there's a kind of motivational competition or something. PA, do you see this as a good way of finding somebody?
Absolutely. If you have group motivation, that's not for everybody in the same way important, but for many people, it's really important to be in a group and to have a group motivation. Of course, because you also learn from them and they have the same problems. And so it's the peer groups, as it said, they help you a lot in making progress. Absolutely.
And what are the blocking mindsets you have, Jagat? You were telling us about like being afraid of failure and not being good enough, like that.
Yeah, not good enough because most of them, they are already a good coder. So I'm not gonna good enough means according to them. And then another thing is in our college, so one semester was this year what they have done, one semester they kept it for 3 months because of this COVID season, because already 6 months time it has been wasted. After 6 months we have got admission, so this 6 months they want to cover in the first year. So 3 months we got only one semester, 3 and second semester we got 3 months. The 6th month we have wasted in COVID situation. We have wasted the 6 months. So the time it is already wasted. So I will cover that time.
Mm-hmm. I think many, also Subasis has this fear that this COVID year, that once you apply for a job in some years, that people will see that you lost some practical work because it was this difficult Corona year where you made your studies.
And when we are doing the practical, that time was there to watch. Means if I am doing, means I am doing and I am correcting. But if sir or any
PA, do you have any advice? You know, all of these young people being here, they are now part of this, how we tell it, Corona generation, where you lost some kind of studies or practical work because of this difficult year. But if you always think about this, that you might have a disadvantage, then it's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, so absolutely. So first of all, things we cannot change, we don't have to worry about. So it is as it is. So this is where meditation helps. And the next thing is, I always say there, because meditation is used in different forms, but it is said, I think I said it last time, when we meditate, God speaks with us. When we pray, we speak with God. So first of all, it's important in meditation that we are able to accept life as it is, to accept the present form. And then we can work with our subconscious minds. And if we have now this blogging mindsets like I'm not good enough and the others are much better than me, we can bring in our subconscious minds informations like I'm good enough and I will achieve it and I have enough power. This could be perhaps a good homework for next time, that you write your own affirmations. Affirmations are little sentences that give us power, like I'm strong enough, I can do it. And there's the 3P rule with affirmations. This means positive and personal. So don't say, never use negations, always make sentences in a positive way. Then they always have to be in the present tense. So this means our subconsciousness only understands the present tense, and make it personal. So there is emotion in it. And then you speak it on your iPhone, for example, and you listen to it every day, and you will see that this makes your subconsciousness more calm, and it gives you energy. But don't mix it up with the classical meditation, because the classical meditation is just to get this feeling that everything is okay as it is, because this gives you the power to change it afterwards. And then you can use these affirmations or praying or whatever to bring into your subconscious mind information that gives you energy and allows you to achieve your goals.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you can tell like 1, 2 or 2 affirmations, and it is a very good homework, as you said, but maybe we can find 2, 3, 4 sentences.
I play one I recorded, for example. Let me see.
I really am very special. I like who I am, and I feel good about myself. Although I always work to improve myself and I get better every day, I like who I am today. And tomorrow, when I'm even better, I will like myself then too. It's true that there really is no one else like me in the entire world. There never was another me before, and there will be never another me again. I'm unique from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. In some ways, I may look and act and sound like some others, but I am not them. I am me. I wanted to be somebody, and now I know I am. I would rather be me than anyone else in the world. I like how I feel, and I like how I think, and I like how I do things. I approve of me, and I approve of who I am.
So this is a very classical set of affirmations that fits for everybody, but you can formulate it in a way that is more fitting for your own personal goals.
Mm-hmm. And when are you listening to it? Not, you said not mix it up with meditation. So
exactly, I do it in the morning when I do my yoga, my body workout. Then I listen to this, for example.
Very good. And as you said, it's important. So I should not.
But you can also listen to it on the subway or whenever you have time. You can use these affirmations, and these affirmations are not meditations. It's just bringing a positive information in your subconsciousness. So it's not really a meditation. It's often it's used the term meditation for affirmations, but it's actually a completely different thing. But the classical meditation supports the use of affirmations, because when you say, for example, life is beautiful, this immediately creates a positive emotion in yourself. But when you don't have your emotions under control, then immediately thoughts come up, no, life isn't beautiful because there's this and this and that. But when you have your emotions under control, you can just let it be, and life is beautiful, and enjoy the emotion that is coming up when you hear this thought. Because we have to keep in mind that thoughts create emotions. This is what thoughts are doing, creating emotions. When thoughts hit the body, the effect is emotions. And so thoughts have a very important task in our life, and we can use this to create nice emotions. But it's also important to not misuse it. Because their positive thinking has a bad reputation nowadays. And this has a good reason, because if I use positive thinking to get blind of reality, then it's wrong. I often compare it with painting a wall. Painting a wall is actually a good thing because it makes my room cleaner and nicer. But if there is a problem in a wall, like water, and I paint it, and the next day the water drop is even bigger, and I paint it again, then it's not the right tool, because I have to fix the problem in the wall and not paint over it. But actually painting the wall is a good thing. And we can use affirmations to make our life brighter and nicer and to give us more energy. But we also have, of course, to address the problems that are there in life. And this is the way meditation is helping us to accept life as it is, and to address problems if there are problems, and to solve them if there are problems. But the affirmations can help us to give us the energy.
And you said it's very important that it's not negative. You know, that the formulation that I'm not saying I'm not afraid, I should not use this.
Because our subconsciousness understands what I should not do. So if I'm say I should be not afraid, I hear afraid. It's like, don't think about the pink elephant. The pink elephant is in my head. And don't be whatever, then this thought is in my mind. So what we want is to focus on what we want, and so it's necessary to say it in a positive way and not in a negation.
So who has spontaneously one affirmation for your life? Who can tell which a sentence which would help you if you listen to it every day to get it into your subconscious?
Can I ask an organizational question before here, Claudia?
Yes.
PA, what is the difference? That was obviously your own voice. You have recorded your own affirmations. I can imagine it's much more helpful if I do that with my own voice. Or is it also possible, I'm sure on YouTube I can find prefabricated, pre-recorded affirmation. Is it maybe a good idea to take a written script and then reformulate it to my personal needs and record it with my own voice?
Absolutely, because what I had here, this is a classical affirmation that I just recorded with my own voice. So yeah, I absolutely would suggest this.
Okay, and you have done it in English. That's interesting because your native language is German.
Yeah, because originally it was an English script.
Oh, so that's why.
It's from, how is she called? I forgot her name. But yeah, it's a classical affirmation.
Okay, maybe if you could let us have the script for anyone who's interested and could then tailor it to her own needs, that would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And now, Claudia, go ahead. So we ask for some examples.
Yes, I maybe somebody has spontaneously an example, a good example for a good affirmation for his or her life. Is there anybody?
Yeah, the past session we have learned, from that I just taken one very good word from there, which we have and we told that can and can't. If I remove the T, it's can, so I can. So it's really motivated me that yes, there is nothing impossible. If we have a dream and wish that yes, I can. If there is a will, there is a way. So that is a thing. I follow that and I can overcome.
So I can do it. It's an affirmation. I can do it, whatever I want.
Wonderful affirmation, absolutely. Because that's what we want.
Yes.
I will not compare myself with others.
If we use the present tense, that's the important thing, that we use the present tense, because this shows it's now. Eckhart Tolle says the only reality is now. That there is no future, there is no past, there is only now. So we need the present tense.
Jagat, you wanted to tell an affirmation?
I will not compare myself with others. That P.A said, that only I am repeating.
But this is also a negation. If you say, I will not compare myself with others, you should say, I am unique, or P.A., how would you transform this?
I'm confident. I'm as good as the others, or I'm better as the others. So there are. It depends what you want to say, but it's important that you're not saying something, because if you are not doing something, it puts your focus on the not.
So the negative I will not use. I will use some positive words.
Yes,
exactly. Like, I'm as good as everybody else. I have the same reason to achieve this goal as everybody else. But I think the others are not so important. So I think generally in our life, competition has too much importance. Competition, because I think everybody is a genius in his own personal things, and probably you are a genius in your special way of coding or whatever. So I think you are the best in your special whatever, and the others are not that important. The others can help you, and I think our society is best if everybody is doing what he can do best and collaborate. I think collaboration is so much more important than competition.
But I think maybe our Indian coaches think different, because India is a very competitive country. You have so many people, and there's always competition. You know, if you want to study somewhere, there's a certain kind of space and places. And Raju Kamath, for instance, he tried to do studies for medicine, and he had this access exam, and he didn't make, Raju, you couldn't make it because there was such only a limited number of people admitted.
Yes, it's true. It's
so could you think in the way that PA just told us that not compare with others? Is this possible for you?
Yes, I think what PA said, it's very true. In this competitive world, that is the only solution.
Not to compare yourself with others, to be confident in your talents and your skills.
Yes,
okay.
I think PS word is perfect.
Good. So
yeah. But Claudia, this I think is now a very good step to the next to move on to those little success stories, you know, believing in yourself and you know, in our agenda, we have as the next point, oh no, meditation. Okay, no, sorry. Remember the agenda I sent you? There was this point, storytelling. Little or big, whatever, success stories that you would like to share with us, where you are brave enough to say what you have done well, where you succeeded, where you had a goal, be it so small or big, whatever it may be, and where you achieved it. Who has a success story to tell? I have a suspicion there are a few people here. Who would like to start? I think, Claudia, you know some people. I give you the chance, you know, to step forward, to take the courage and say, okay, yes, I dare now to share this story with others. Huh?
First of all, I have to tell, I'm chatting with many of you, and there's so much progress I see, you know, also in you dare to make new things and you work hard and you have new ideas. So it's really fabulous for us also having, you know, our sessions and all the direct conversations we are having now till the beginning of the year. And I would like to appoint Milon now, because Milon, as I know, you started to play the keyboard. So what was the process in your mind? When did you decide that you want to do it, and how do you feel now? Because I think you are progressing a lot already.
Yes, the thing is that the playing keyboard is now I have not thought, like as I told you, that this thing like maybe a few weeks ago, but this keyboard or piano, you can say, I thought this one in back when I was in hostel. But the thing was, I never got the opportunity to seek for a teacher or to tell to father about this thing, because father was always against me. So I never got that courage to tell him also, because whatever I have wanted to say to him, so he never listened to me. I'm not judging him or telling bad thing about him, but yeah, I never got the opportunity to say. When I came out of hostel, so I also tried to search for teacher of this piano and keyboard, but I never got any teacher, because to be honest, in home I actually don't go out that much, and for that I also don't get connected with people. Now that many students are also getting out and I'm connecting with many students, and so they also help me in finding the teachers. So now I'm getting today also I went to the class, and the teacher also got the teacher told me, yes, you're doing great, because from the beginning now I'm doing this as a beginner, but he think that I think you have done in your past weeks or past days, but I told no, this is my first time doing. So I really thankful to you all guys supporting this, and I felt very happy that yes, I can really do this one.
So it's a success for you already having started. And are you practicing a lot?
Yes, like to be honest, I used to play a lot PUBG. I don't know whether you have this one, PUBG or BGM, I can say. Nowadays, I am not actually playing that much or not watching any web series or not. But every day, like each and every day, you can say 8 to 10 hours, I'm playing keyboard, and my mom and my sister
are getting frustrated that why you're playing so much, we cannot sleep and all. But yeah, I'm liking it.
So this is a good example, Pierre. I think if you really have a passion for something and you somehow get the opportunity to do it, then it feels like you are on the right spot.
Exactly. Then the energy is coming without effort. It's effortless then, or at least the energy invested comes easier.
Because this is what we were talking about before when Kanai said that the salary is the very important point on how he chose his profession, the future profession. Very often people I'm interviewing, they say that, you know, first is the passion and then the money comes.
Yeah, I would think that it is that way, but of course there can be also a passion for stock investment.
Yes, of course.
But it depends on yourself. You have to feel into and listen to yourself. Is this really what I want? I mean, this is also something where meditation helps, to get in contact with yourself. Is this just an outer goal, or is this really my passion? Is this my calling? And then it's good, you know, then you also can have a calling as a stock investor.
So is there anybody else who had a small success? Subasis, you are playing the guitar. Same story as Milon. Subasis, yes. Was it because you wanted to get a little bit, you know, not being concentrated and focused all the time on the studies, to have some kind of relaxation doing music?
Subasis, we can't hear you.
No.
Your microphone is not working.
This is the new microphone. Oh my God.
No.
No. We've got playback, or it sounds like a robot.
I think you can open your microphone. Open it and then say.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I have got some problem with my phone. Okay. So yes, I got the guitar because since I'm learning engineering now, and to speak the truth, I'm learning very less, almost nothing. So that's why I thought I should not waste my time, and instead I should learn something which I would enjoy. So I found that playing guitar is what I would enjoy, and maybe in the future, if I can't find a career in engineering, maybe then I would try something with guitar.
But what do you mean by you are not learning a lot while studying?
Like now the third semester has started, and we are having all the classes are practical and there is no theory classes, but we are doing all the practical classes online. So online through different apps and virtual labs, and not using the actual lab and equipments. So in this way we are not learning that much.
I see. So you try to compensate the problem that you're not there on the campus, or that you can't be offline. You don't have any offline classes, that you're not at the university. I see. But it's a very good way, you know, to use your time, I think. It's
yes.
It's a big difference between wanting to become a guitar teacher and wanting to become an engineer, I think. But
yes, it's a big difference.
Okay, and Surcho, thank you, Subasis. Surcho, you made this wonderful video for Sabine, the birthday video.
Where is he?
It was a big success for us, and we were so touched. I was, and Sabine, I think, was like overwhelmed. Was it also a success for you? Is it still a success for you making a video?
Yeah, that gives hope for me that yes, I can do it, and there's a lot of things to improve. Like when you discussed with me about the sound system, then about the music we should change after the every interval of the video, and that keeps me alive with my hope that yes, I have to do something with VFX. And as lesson it has now started, so I'm making this video and it's keeping me alive with my dreams that yeah, I have something to do with animation and video making.
So it shows also when you have a dream that you should like start to work in the field, like Sabina does with the nursing and you with the videos, because this will be your study very soon. You go to the college. Okay, fine. So Luisa, I think we should proceed with the meditation point.
Yes. Let me see what is on our agenda here. Homework by that we have done there. Yes. Now, meditation was the main focus last time, and a few of us were really infected by this meditation virus or spark, and we collected questions. PA, I don't know if you have seen them.
Yeah, should I go through the questions?
Yes, I mean,
or should we do a short feedback round with everybody about his meditation experience?
Life is always more interesting, I think, and we can always turn back to those questions later. Yes, so this was something really, really interesting that you sparked off with a few of us. I know it's natural that not everybody can be sort of reached at the same time, and it takes a couple of efforts, I think, until then the time is really there where you started. So, who would like to start about her experiences with meditation? I know there were a few who really were into it, and in your feedback in our questionnaire there were quite a few who said the likelihood is 9, 8, 10 that you're going to try it out. Okay, so who did try? And it's also okay if you say you tried but then somehow it didn't work. Please tell us why. This is also very interesting.
So maybe we just go through, Luisa, and you just call one after the other.
Okay, so in my row here it's Sanat, who you are the first one. Did you start, or give us a number between 1 and 10? How much are you into meditation?
5 to 4.
5 to 4. Okay. Yeah, and maybe one sentence, just what did it, how did it feel like?
When I was in hostel, back to my school days, that time I used to do meditation. That time I used to feel good, but after coming out of hostel, I don't get lot of time, but early in the morning I get when I go for a morning exercise, jogging, running, stretching and all this. That time I do, but I don't see any effect.
Okay. Okay, so you tried, but you did not feel this effect. It's okay.
Maybe I cannot judge myself. No, if I'm in the group, if I'm doing this thing, bad thing, I mean, I'm getting angry lots of time. After doing meditation, if I don't get angry, the people who are other side, they can tell me, no, after meditation, you are not getting angry that quickly. But I'm not mixing up with the people nowadays because of this COVID, so I cannot judge myself whether it is working or not working.
PA, do you want to respond directly, or do you should?
I'm not sure if I understood everything. So I understood that in the hostel it works better than at home, right? And that you.
No, Sanat said that he needs the feedback from other people. He's not sure himself if it's making him calmer and less angry, but he would need other people to say that his reactions are now different. He can't self-reflect. He wants other people's feedback.
No. Hello, PA, please. I'm doing meditation every day, but 1 minute. I'm doing meditation every day, but the thing is that I'm not myself, I cannot judge myself whether it is working or not, because in this season,
I see.
COVID-19,
Okay, yeah. You are not sure if it's work. That's a classical problem. I remember I hassled with this very long, and I think it's very important to understand that the most important effect of meditation is that you stop judging. So this means that you also stop judging your quality of meditation. What you do in meditation is that you allow yourself to just do nothing, just being. Meditation is the exercise to experience the feeling of just being without judging. Because when you are able to experience that you are just being without doing anything and without judging your thoughts or the emotions that are coming up, you can use this experience in everyday life, because suddenly you are able to get detached from your emotions and thoughts, and then you are able to choose, is this emotion, is this thought helpful for me or not? But during meditation, you allow yourself to be completely free of judging. So you are not judging your meditation, because if you are doing that, it does not work at all. It's important that you understand that every meditation is as good as the other meditation. The most important thing is that you give yourself this space every day where you allow yourself to just be and to be this inner viewer. You know, you're just looking at things without judging. You are looking at your thoughts, at your emotions that come up, but you don't judge it. And if you allow yourself this non-judgmental state of being, after a while, the effect is coming. You cannot hinder this effect. It's coming completely automatic. But it's important that you don't want to do anything, because that's what we do in everyday life. We have to do something, we have to do it perfect. And the same we want for our meditation. We want the perfect meditation. We want to do a good meditation. But if we want to do a perfect meditation, then we are again in this cycle of doing things right, and doing things perfect. No, just let it go. Every meditation is good. What you do in meditation is you give your inner state of being the chance to be valuable without being good or achieving something. Meditation is remembering us that there is this state of being that is there without doing anything, no matter if it's good or bad. I know that this is very hard, and I needed years to come over this. And because I always thought, is this now a good meditation? And I had a meditation teacher after a few years, and he said to me, yeah, it's good what you're doing. Continue meditation. Continue meditating. And the effect is coming by itself.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
I do every day.
Yeah, keep doing it.
And I do in the ground.
The reason why it's important that you're doing this every day, because it's this chance of remembering yourself and get in contact with this inner being that is valuable without achieving anything. To get in contact with this inner viewer, because all these thoughts and emotions that cover up this our inner viewer, because there's so much hassle and talk all the time that we don't get in contact with this state of being where it's calm and where it's peaceful and where it's happiness all the time. It's all the time in us. And as soon as you get in contact with this state of being, then you will remember how valuable this is. And you will be able to be clear and calm on demand, as this Google manager is saying, because this is really what we want. We want to get in contact with this area of being where it's peaceful and happy and calm all the time, no matter if we do something good or bad. It's there all the time. And what we do in meditation is we get in contact with this state of being. And of course, this needs time, and often we think this is a bad meditation because we are not peaceful, or we don't feel peaceful, but this will come. This is like a training.
It will come slowly.
Yeah.
It will come gradually. It will take time.
It's like an investment. You know, it's like if you go to the gym, you cannot suspect that your biceps is growing after doing it 2 times. You do it daily and it will work automatically.
You need a dedication, total dedication to meditation.
Yeah.
Good.
It will take time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Prosenjit is next in line, and you also contributed to our document, Prosenjit. Hello. So give us your questions live.
Yes. In the morning, when I used to do, in the morning I feel sleepy, but at night before sleeping I do that time I feel peace. I can realize what I've done in this whole day and what I have to do tomorrow, and make myself peace. Means I can enjoy at night by doing motivation, means these things. But in the morning, if I do, I feel sleepy.
It's okay if we feel sleepy. That's no problem. That's the reason why we sit upright, so we don't fall asleep. Because if we feel if we sit upright and our head is up, then we can feel sleepy, but it's okay to feel sleepy. The good thing about meditation is that everything is good as it is. We are just looking at it. We are perceiving it. And if we are tired, we are tired, and we are just looking at ourselves and feeling how it is to be tired. It's okay. And if we are angry or whatever feeling is coming up, everything is good as it is. And we don't have this chance in everyday life, because in everyday life we have to react in some way. But meditation is this, I call it an alchemic vessel, because it's a completely safe space where everything is okay as it is. And this is the good thing about meditation, because we don't have to react. We don't have to do anything. We just leave it as it is. And this is a very, very peaceful experience, that we don't have to do anything with it.
Cool. Yes, I can completely agree to that. Prosenjit, so it's okay to be sleepy in the morning and you prefer to do it in the evening. Everything is okay, as P says. And now Azad.
Thank you very much.
Next one. Did you try meditation, Azad?
Yes, but truly speaking, I never done like a time basis. Whenever I feel like suddenly I remember of P.A.'s thought about motivation, I mean meditation. That time I start doing for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Again after some day, or maybe in a day only I do twice or thrice. So it's not a like routine ways that every day I have to do or every day I will do.
But you have tried it.
Time properly. Yes.
So I would like to address this. So there are these two words, meditation and mindfulness. And in everyday life, we can do everything mindful. And meditation is mindfulness training. Like we dedicate some time where we just watch our thoughts, and this is the reason why we use a special time, because when we let decide our ego about the time frame, then often our ego says, okay, it's now enough, and we stop after the 2 minutes. So it's good if we allow ourselves to say every day 10 minutes, 20 minutes, because then I think in one of the feedbacks I read this also, that sometimes time feels very long and sometimes time feels very slow. If we set always the same time frame, then this gives us this very special experience that time is an illusion, and sometimes it's very slow, sometimes it's very fast, and to not let our ego decide if it's now time to quit meditation or not, but to allow ourselves also to experience this feeling of being not patient, or of feeling unhappy with time going so slow. Because especially these moments when you hardly can bear sitting, these are the moments where finally your ego gives up and where you can let go.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the reason why we set a special time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something there?
Yeah.
One thing I have found, because I only started to do it after our first session, having thought about it for a long time. So then there was no excuse anymore. And I think after doing it for 2 weeks, then the first time I had a bit of stress in a day and I contemplated not doing it. But because I'd already done it for 2 weeks and I had decided I would do it every day, I was then worried about letting myself down. And it felt like, well, that would be giving up already. So actually, and now that I've done it for, I think we're on 4 weeks, it's now something that I don't want to not do, because I've now got that settled feeling that it doesn't matter how busy the day is, actually, I've still managed. I only do it in the mornings. I still haven't cracked evenings. But every morning I can find 20 minutes and my day is still okay.
Yeah, exactly. This is the reason why routine is so good.
Yeah.
And as you said, you allow yourself, no matter how busy or stressful the day, you allow yourself to have these 20 minutes that are just for being yourself. And yeah, often it feels unpleasant and I can't sit, but if you go into this, then after a while you experience, wow, I can let go this feeling, and this is wonderful. I can let go a feeling, and it doesn't it's a very good feeling that you are not that our thoughts and our emotions are not these dictators that they are normally. I am the boss in the house, and that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And PA, can I ask about these 20 minutes? For me, I don't like this number. 15 minutes is perfectly okay for me. I like that. And as you said, everything is correct in meditation. I think that is not a mistake, is it? Maybe gradually I will then, reach 20 minutes, but it feels just too long for me. 15 minutes is my time.
Then the 15 minutes, it's
okay.
surely better than
nothing. Okay.
It's the 20 minutes are a number that is taken because if you do more than 20 minutes, you get in a state of meditation where your everyday life is influenced in a way that you lose your grounding.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to retreats and you meditate for whole days, you are like on drugs, and we don't want that in everyday life. So this is the 20 minutes, but it is said that older people like 40 plus, they also can do 30 minutes a day without losing their
Cool. Okay, so I changed to the gallery so that I can next one. Samrat, you are next in line.
And yeah, and I used to do meditations long before, and then after the sessions, I started again doing the meditations, and I was improving. But when our result came out, I saw my result and I was so disappointed. I was not able to sleep at night. So that's why I used to wake up late at morning. So I was not feeling to do that. But then I was having a conversation with Sabina, and she told me that it is the important time to do that. And you have to do that when you don't feel good or when you feel depressed about anything. So again, now I'm doing this one. So it makes me feel good.
Yeah, the good thing is that you do it no matter you feel good or bad. And as Sabine said, if you manage to do it like for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and now I'm doing it for more than 20 years every day, and there is no reason to stop after a while. And you also feel that it's good. It's like brushing your teeth. If you start brushing your teeth, you think, oh no, I don't want it. But nowadays I don't want to go to bed without brushing my teeth.
I was so much afraid of my dreams, so that I thought that after when my result came out, my marks were so much comfortably lower than I expected. So I was feeling so disappointed, and then I was thinking that whether I can go ahead and achieve my dreams, and so I was not able to think anything but that.
Personally, in my view, especially in these times when you are disappointed, meditation helps you a lot because you can let go this disappointment and these feelings of being ashamed. So especially in situations where you have emotional stress, meditation is a wonderful peacemaker for yourself.
But I agree with that.
I think some also, yes, please.
But then also I feel difficult of continuing when I am in depressed. When I think that I cannot achieve the dream which I am wanting for so many years. That's was the reason.
Yeah.
I think Samrat's example also shows that doing, as you said in the beginning, it's doing and being. This so both is very important because he is doing meditation now. This is for the being and for the mind, peaceful mind. But he was also acting with the help of Sabine, writing a complaint letter to the board because he doesn't think that the results are the right ones. So it's not just to meditate, but you also have to take action if there's anything happening.
Exactly. Both as human beings, we have these both states, the being and the doing. But normally humans are only doing all the time, and we forget about the being. And the being is the chance for us that we don't get suppressed by our everyday failures, and that we get back our energy for the doing. So meditation doesn't mean that we stop doing and we stop achieving our goals. No, it's just remembering that there is also the state of being, and that is valuable without the doing. And this is a wonderful feeling. And if you experience this feeling, you don't want to miss it. But first you have to experience it. I often compare it with surfing, because there is this saying, our thoughts are like waves. You cannot stop them, but you can learn to surf. But learning to surf, whoever tried it, is very difficult. And in the beginning, you are swallowing a lot of salty water, but and then you think, I will never manage to do it. But everybody can manage to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So Sabina, you're next in line. Are you still here? There is no reaction, even if I ask her to unmute. Oh, in that case, let's move on to Anuradha. Have you tried meditation? Hello, Anuradha? Can you hear me? Oh, yes, now you're on. Okay, Anuradha, let's listen to your experience.
I have tried it, and it actually helps to maintain the stressful situations. Like if you are doing work so long hours, it actually helps.
But you've had a very long day, Anuradha, haven't you? You must feel so tired by now.
Even I have taken today.
Yes. So it helps you when you feel tired to get down, to relax, to calm down.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Who is next here? Jagat, with this very interesting profile image. Jagat, can you tell us about your experience?
Yeah, I told you that when I cannot solve the problem, I sit.
Yeah.
I do. It is not a meditation. I just sit and I stop thinking about anything. Means I just stop thinking about anything else. Just calm.
Wonderful.
Sit, and after 5 or 10 minutes, then I go for solving.
Great.
I don't know if it's meditation or not.
But then you are better in solving it. Does it help you then?
Yeah, it's help. It helps.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, a perfect example if it were.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. So, yeah. Who would like to answer a question? Sorry, to ask a question.
Azad.
What is the minimum time for meditation?
I didn't understand the question.
I mean, we should at least, I want the time management, that for how long it's good to do meditation, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. What is the best time?
So the maximum is 20 minutes in the morning and in the evening. That's the maximum. But if you don't manage to do this for some reason, yeah, take 15. I would recommend to have a strict routine, and if you don't manage for some reason the 20 minutes, let's say every day 15 minutes, or if it's just 5 minutes, but do it every day. That's the most important, because your ego will find every day a reason why you can do it today. If you decide your ego, if we meditate or not, there will every day be a reason why not to do it. But if you have a routine and you do it, let's say 10 minutes every day, no matter what, because there is no reason, no rational reason why you shouldn't find 10 minutes every day, because you waste 10 minutes like nothing on Facebook or whatever. So it's just an excuse by your ego if you say, I don't have time for meditation. And if you establish this routine, after a while, you automatically will see the effect of the meditation.
P.A, can I ask about evenings? I have found no perfect time. 2 hours before you said going to sleep, but you're either cooking dinner, clearing up from dinner, watching the news, somebody's spending the evening with you. And because I never could sort of get into a routine, I just have left evenings because I can't seem to find a time.
Then just do it. If there is no time until sleeping, just do it before sleeping.
Okay, so there's not a real reason to not do it then. It's not that it keeps you awake or...
This can happen, you know. It's not that it keeps you awake, but it can happen that you have very strong dreams, because in meditation, your subconsciousness is getting into movement, so you can have intensive dreams.
So you take time out from your children after dinner and you still manage to...
Yeah, but I also often do meditation directly before sleep if there is no other time, because it's always, I always remember this saying from my meditation teacher: it's always better to do meditation than to not meditate. Perfect. Even if I'm drunk and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I do my meditation, because it's always better to do meditation than not to do meditation.
Right. I shall remember that.
Interesting points coming up here.
I did meditation in all kinds of states.
Okay. So, Subhasis, have we talked about meditation? I don't think, no.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Where is it? Okay, Subhasis, what are your experiences with meditation?
I used to do meditation before, and I am doing it, but not on a regular basis. I'm skipping some days because I'm waking up late or something like that. But yes, I have been doing meditation for a long time, so I feel it's normal. I don't find anything new. It's like before.
But does it help you in any way?
Yes. Even I used to do meditation before all my exams. Like before the exams, I at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I put 2-3 alarm, and for 20 minutes I did meditation, and I go and give my exam because I feel very refreshed and all.
Yeah, good. So we have an expert here already. Cool. Very good. Okay. So Raju, next in line here on my gallery. Have you made any experiences with meditation yet?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. We can hear you.
Yes. Same as my friend said, that I used to practice meditation when I was in class 11, 12. But now also 5 to 10 minutes I manage, and sometimes more 15 to 20 minutes to do in the evening, and it relax. I feel sometimes, means after doing the meditation, I feel relaxed and relieved. This is my experience.
And I think what PA has been emphasizing so much is not only the relaxation effect, but this strengthening effect that I personally like so much about meditation. It gives you the power you can later on sort of deduct from the account you have paid in stressful situations. This element, I think, is as important as the relaxation element, isn't it, PA?
Yeah, that you do the meditation especially for everyday life. You don't do it for the meditation times, actually, but you do it for everyday life.
No, yes. I also means able to better means focus on my study. It means clears my mind, I think.
Yeah.
It's like
cool.
this
better in concentrate.
I have a question, PA. Why do you have to disconnect the affirmation from the meditation? Because I know many people meditating with some affirmations, just repeating all the time some sentences.
Yeah, because it's a completely different direction. As I said, the classical meditation that we do is bringing up information from the subconsciousness to the conscious mind. And the affirmations are bringing in informations from the conscious mind to subconsciousness. And if you're mixing this up, it's like driving with the brakes on. So it's going in two different directions. But both things are important and good.
Mm-hmm. Because, for instance, when I do the yoga with Sandra König, our colleague, she's the last part, but I suppose then this is not meditation. She's like telling, you know, imagine you are in the forest, you hear this and these sounds.
Yeah, it's so guided meditation.
Guided meditation, yes.
Yeah, guided meditation. And guided meditation is bringing you into trance. This is especially a relaxing part. Mm-hmm. And meditation also brings you in trance. So there are Überschneidungen.
Crossovers, yeah. Crossovers or overlaps.
Yeah, there are crossovers. Yeah. So there is trance also in the classical meditation, but the guided meditation is just trance or bringing or hypnosis. It's bringing in information to the subconscious mind. But what we do in meditation is that we bring in the information from the collective consciousness, from the subconsciousness, from this state of transcendence. And it's often said, thy will happens. So this is God will happens in meditation, not my will, but God will. And if I say affirmations, it's my will. And it's I have to do something. But this effect that we have in meditation is that I don't have to do anything. I'm just looking at the world. I don't have to do anything. And this is the wonderful feeling I get in meditation. And afterwards, I can do the NLP and affirmations and prayers and whatever. And it will even improve the effect of the affirmations.
Mm-hmm. Because you see, Claudia, in affirmations, you create images in your mind. And also in guided meditation, you have images, prefabricated images that are there. And this typical thing about meditation, what makes it so unique is that you are trying to keep this upper space here completely empty, which is impossible. But without judging, you just look what comes up. And I think this is the main difference, that you are not creating any pictures, not following any pictures, but you are aware and curious of which pictures come up from your deepest subconscious.
Exactly, because you are limiting yourself. If you also bring in prefabricated thoughts and pictures, you are limiting yourself to these thoughts and
I understand. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so in this row, Milan, have I asked you? Milan, I think we have not heard your experience yet with meditation. Have you tried?
Yes, to be honest, I didn't like to do that because I am kind of overthinking person. So as I also mentioned in that feedback, that I often I don't get to sleep a lot, and because I think a lot. But when I tried in the morning, that time also when I'm doing for meditation, that time also many things are coming in my mind, so I cannot concentrate. So the fact I got frustrated that in night also I'm not able to sleep with this overthinking. And if I again keep quiet and just want to just be relaxed and concentrate in meditating, that time also I'm many things are coming in my mind and thinking of many things. So as for that, I I stopped doing that one because I just cannot take that in morning also, night also thinking. But now as I'm practicing this keyboard and all, so I'm getting relaxed now.
But that's interesting, Milan. Thank you for sharing such honest thoughts with us. PA, isn't that? I can so feel with you, Milan, because sometimes when I meditate, it's
really
the same with
sure
me. He cannot stop his thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's why he did not like the meditation.
As I said, don't try to stop your thoughts. As John Kabat-Zinn says, thoughts are like waves. You cannot stop them, but you can learn to surf. So you don't try to stop your thoughts, but you are looking at them, you're recognizing them. And as soon as you recognize them, you don't give them energy, but you let them go. And this is the relaxing feeling that after a while you are able to let go your thoughts, because your thoughts only can exist if you give them attention. Without attention, your thoughts are not able to live, are not able to exist. And if you are experiencing that behind your thoughts, there is a thinker, there is this inner viewer, and this thinker, this inner viewer has the power to give attention. And if this inner viewer does not give attention, the thought is away immediately. And this is the wonderful experience. So especially if you are a person who is overthinking, like I'm as well, meditation is the most wonderful thing, because finally you are able to let go this overthinking. This doesn't mean that you will be able to think nothing for 20 minutes. This is like this illusion some people have, and I had as well, to say meditation is stop thinking. This won't work. The thoughts will come all the time, again and again and again, but you look at them and you let them go, and you don't have to do anything with it. And this is the relaxing effect that you can then also experience, because you are able to let a thought go, to let go an emotion, and you see that you are the one who is the boss in the house.
The thinker, the watcher, the observer, the viewer.
The observer.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So Biswajit, you are the next one. Oh, sorry. Where's now? Here you are, Biswajit. Are you still here?
Hello. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Have you tried meditation?
Yes, I try, but not regular basis. Sometimes I do that, but when I start the meditation, that time I'm not concentrated myself. And after that, I thought that I start some music, like nature-related music, and put my headphone in here, and by that I can concentrate it. After the meditation, I feel very happy, more energetic, like refresh yourself.
So you need some music to relax and calm down.
Yes.
So that's a sort of guided meditation.
Yes, in the meditation, I follow that music, like a wave sound.
Okay, like waves.
So what do you say to that, PA?
Yeah, for example, if we are listening to waves, this can be a way of meditation, because we always have, as a little helper, as tool, we have a meditation object, and it can be our breath, it can be a mantra, but it also can be a sound. So yes, it's possible to concentrate on waves, for example, or we can have also pictures, and yeah, this can work as well.
Cool. Or birds, chirping of birds, or whatever.
Yeah.
Hearing a little book. Okay, thank you, Biswajit. Good idea. I'll try this as well. Rinku, have you tried meditation? We have not seen Rinku, have we? I'm asking her to unmute, but I'm not quite sure if Rinku is still there.
Yes, Auntie.
Okay, hello. Hello, Rinku. Can you
Yes.
tell us about your experience?
Yes, Auntie. Actually, I don't have I don't have particular time to practice meditation. But when I feel very much stress at that time only I do meditation. But same as Milan, that he explained that sometimes what happens that whenever I go for meditation, that overthinking and so many thoughts are coming to my mind. So it really takes a lot of time to concentrate on meditations. So after by this slowly I got into the meditation and I feel very relaxed. But after doing meditation half an hour, then again that thoughts, negative thoughts or positive thoughts or whatever that comes to my mind again. So I feel sometimes that meditation sometimes some way helping me a lot, but sometimes I feel that at that particular time only I am feeling very relaxed, but after that again the same things is going happening to me.
Yeah, as we already said, meditation not necessarily is always relaxing, but it's part of this meditation experience that we don't judge. It's a meditation is good no matter if it's relaxing or not, because it's about this connecting to this inner observer. And this inner observer also can observe non-relaxation. But as soon as we observe this, it will have a relaxation effect in the end. But this often needs a little time. But it's important that we experience this. And if we do the meditation only if we are already relaxed, then we won't have this effect.
Okay.
Okay. So keep on trying, Rinku. And
yes.
okay, Claudia.
And don't worry if many thoughts are coming up. That's completely normal. Everybody is experiencing that because our ego wants attention. So if we are just sitting there and we are not used to this in everyday life, that we are just allowed to be and do nothing. This is the most horrible situation for our ego, to just do nothing. And so there will come up many thoughts, and so we allow ourselves to just be. And if the thoughts are coming up, they are coming up. It's okay. We're just observing them.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
and Claudia, just time, watching the time because you have to leave it.
I will delay it a little bit. I will be late for the next
and some,
time. But some maybe
leave it at
yes,
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay,
yeah.
PA. So are there some questions left from this document where the questions are written down?
Hang on. No, in fact, one person tried imagining fruits in different shapes, in other fruit shapes, but I think PA has answered that because that would be you guide yourself into these pictures. The main secret is really to do it without any pictures, if I may say so, PA, not wanting to interfere. But
so it's also normal that, for example, pictures appear, but it's the same. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi said it's all coming from the same place. So no matter what is coming up, it's just forms, and we let them go when they come up. We observe them and let them go.
And let them go. Yes.
PA, just one point, because we were talking in the beginning about your like finding peace with your father, that this point was so much touching so many of our coaches. Could you, is it possible, or should one meditate on that? For instance, if you have a conflict with a person, meditate on just, I want to find peace with somebody, or is this not?
I would say it's important that if you meet this person, for example, intentions are very important, that you go into this meeting with the intention to make peace. For me, it was very, very important that when I first met my father, I did not have a special intention. Actually, I was angry with him in a way. So nothing came out from this meeting. It was after many years when I also made psychoanalysis, and I understood that it doesn't help me in any way if I'm angry with my father, because I just won't see him anymore, and it does not have a positive effect on me as well. So I went to the next meeting with the intention to have a peaceful exchange with him, and to just tell him how I feel and openly listen to him, what he has to say, what his reasons were. And I think in general, intentions are very important. What intention do I have for a special action? Because unintentionally, this intention will rule all my little actions that are combined with this.
Okay. So does anybody have one last question to PA? Because we are about to very soon close our session. If anybody wants to say something.
Rinku's got her hand up.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Rinku.
Yes, Auntie, actually, apart from our topic, actually, I want to ask one question, that is, sometimes when I goes for to do something good, some bad things or negative thoughts actually pulls me down. That how will I do, who will help me, how will I get motivated, whether this if I do this is goes for positive things, whether I will be successful or not. So many negative thoughts are coming. So at that time, actually, I feel really helpless and very much stressed, that where how will I go step forward. So is there anything to help me out to overcome this?
Yeah, this is exactly what I said is the main reason why we do meditation. If we experience that there are thoughts and emotions that don't help us, normally we are completely helpless, because then the next thought is coming that is making this thought even stronger, because there are these cycles, these thought emotion cycles, because thoughts create emotions and emotions create new thoughts in the same directions, and so it gets stronger and stronger. And the reason why we meditate is that as soon as we experience that some thought, some emotion doesn't help us, like you said, I'm helpless and I want to achieve it, as soon we experience that this thought isn't helpful for us, then we are able to let it go. But for that, we need to train our mindfulness muscle. And this is what we do in the meditation, to get the strength to be again the boss in the house, and to decide if a certain thought, a certain emotion is helpful for us. And if it's not helpful, we just let it go. Because if we don't give this thought attention, it just disappears immediately. But if we don't have enough strength, if our mindfulness muscle isn't strong enough, it won't work. And this is the reason why we train our mindfulness muscle in meditation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Uncle. Let's see. Try my best.
You're welcome.
Yes. And don't feel yourself to be a victim of your thoughts, Rinku. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are the boss, as PA has just said, and you learn to become the boss in meditation. This is what it's all about.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, now Claudia, because of our homework, I'm a bit.
Yes. But
and
also PA was also mentioning a homework. Should we change it and stay with the affirmation?
Yes,
I
that's a
think this
very
is
good
better.
idea. Yes, yes,
And
very
we
good
make
idea.
the other one next time
Next
or
time.
sometime.
Yes. So once again, that was a very cool homework that PA suggested. So as a basis, PA, you will be so kind as to send us this written script, a general script, where you then choose your own words that really are appropriate for you, where you feel inside, yes, those are my words. And then just as PA has shown us, you take your mobile phone, you record yourself in a very calm and reassuring voice. Yeah, and that's it. And that's very cool. And this time you don't have to share this homework with us, and we are not going to control or check, because you're only doing it for yourself, not for us. Is that okay, Claudia?
Yes, of course.
I think,
of course.
Okay. I mean, if you want, I can, of course, prepare an opportunity where you can say, I've got such cool affirmation. I think this will help other people. If you want to share, you are very welcome to do so.
I think we should do the homework to find affirmations which could be helpful for people, not so personal that you talk about yourself, but if we can find some affirmations, then everybody can contribute, but it's not so personal that you tell about yourself and your fears and lacks and what.
No. And in affirmation, you never speak about fears. You speak the 3 Ps, okay? In the present tense, personal and positive. Okay? Yes, that's a good idea, Claudia. Research in the internet. We have PA's basis. And if you want, you research some more good affirmations where
or
you think
find some more, just not have the research, but make them up for you. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Make them up for
Make
the
them up.
community. Yes.
For the community. Very good idea. And then you do your own personal recording, and this does not need to be shared, the recording itself. This is just for you.
Okay.
Okay. Rinku, you want to say something? You've raised your hand, Rinku. But this
no,
okay. That was just a coincidence.
Was the last question, I think.
Okay. Yes. So, yeah, it's 6 o'clock, and you have to leave, PA, I think. Yeah. So, thank you from my part. I think I'm speaking on behalf of all of us for this really unique, unforgettable, so valuable session. And for everything you have told us, we can take home with us. And there will be a questionnaire again where we will tell you, each of us individually, what we have taken home, especially for us, and where we'll give you our feedback again.
Wonderful.
Okay, so this is also a home assignment, by the way. Okay,
thanks a lot for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, PA. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And the others, please don't leave yet, because we will quickly speak about the next sessions.
Okay, so enjoy and
Thank you so much for being with us. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Ciao.
And
Bye.
if you get addicted to our class, PA, we are very much willing having you a third time.
Okay, great.
Sometime.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Uncle.
Yes. Okay, Claudia. So you have a few finishing words for the next.
So thank you for being with us, everybody. We are really overwhelmed, Sabine, Mia, and Luise, that our sessions, I feel that you really like them. You like to be with us, that it's precious. Also for us, it's lots of time and energy we put into it. So it's very rewarding that you are there and you really try to participate. And for the next session, we have many ideas. We didn't fix it yet, the date, because now it's summer holidays in Austria and many people are traveling. So we didn't get yet the exact date. But for instance, we have Marlies. She also wants to be the speaker, the guest speaker for a session. She has a very interesting idea what to tell you and what to teach you. Also a little bit about reaching goals and some steps, because I don't know if you know that she's doing some selling. She's a professionalist in sales. So she wants to tell you a little bit about this. And I also have a coach who is a specialist in the meaningful kind of a philosophy of a very famous Austrian. It's Viktor Frankl. And this philosophy is teaching about the meaningfulness of life. It says if you find a meaning in what you are doing, then you will become a happy person. And Sigrid Obermeier, she wants also to do a session on that. And we have still the vocal coach of a TV show in Austria who wants to teach you self-presentation. So you see lots of plans, but it's lots of phone calls too. So we will just keep you, yes, we will update it in our coaching group.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you will read from us, the usual questionnaire, and then the input that PA is going to send us. We will pass it on to you for the affirmations, and then yes, that's your own personal homework for next time, to record your own personal affirmation and maybe share some good ones that you have in a common folder, or maybe in the group. That probably the easiest thing is in the group. We'll think about how to organize that. Good.
So we think the next session will be in 3 weeks' time, we think.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And yes, if you have any other requests or anything to tell, you can do it personally, writing a WhatsApp to me or Sabine or Luisa.
Or in the group. In the group. Our
Yes.
group is always there, and I'm trying at least on a weekend basis to supply you with some
this is great.
input.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So thank you again, Luisa, for the presentation.
Yeah,
thanks
a lot.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
I want to say thank you to you two, and all you coachees. You've got no idea how many hours behind the scenes Luisa and Claudia are working on making these sessions and this hour and a half as valuable as possible. So, and I just join in. I don't do anything. So a great but seriously, I mean, such a lot of work right up to the very, very, very last minute. Neither of them give up until they think the session is going to run optimally. So I'm sure the coaches agree, and it's great. It's such a good dynamic. So, yeah.
Okay. So can I ask you coaches from India to now say goodbye to us, so that the three of us, we can still have a quick feedback round? Claudia, Sabine, would that be okay? Then we don't need a new link. Would that be okay?
I've got
so everyone from India.
Or should we involve them into the feedback? But it should be quick. So maybe yes.
Yeah.
Or like I have another 15 minutes. Should we ask everybody?
That's a good idea. Is there any? That's very good, Claudia. Thank you. Is there any question you would like to leave here? You would like, to get rid of before you say goodbye?
Or any feedback of today's session?
Any
feedback, you would say this was good, or you would like to improve something, or it was long today, but I think it was worth it because PA is a very precious guest speaker.
Anuradha, I so much admire you. I can see how painful it is to be so up for so many hours, and probably many others here as well. So you have my appreciation. Any questions or any feedback you would like to give? Any ideas?
Whatever, maybe what this session was actually worth it.
Thank you.
Also for us, we've learned a lot. PA was telling us a lot of interesting inspiration. Yes, inspirational things.
But it has been a long time for you too.
It was fine and very good. It was amazing again and wonderful session again and again. Every day we are learning a new thing. And from my side, I want to have one request that if possible, one day we can have a session on how to, about the body languages and some spoken English, because I was finding some difficult word and I was having a talk with Samina and she was helping a lot and trying to differentiate that this is the actual one, this is the wrong way. So I want to know the proper body language, how to sit in the interview or how to make ourselves as a representative.
Okay, okay. Asa, this is actually the session with Monica. I was telling you about. She is doing vocal coach, but she's more working on the self-presentation. So this would be a session on body language. But it's good to know that's important for you. And I think Sabine, she told me she wants to do a session on vocabulary.
Maybe a little bit later we could do some professional English for CVs and the sorts of things that come up in emails for job applications or for official things. Yeah, some English, specific English, if enough of them want it. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, fine.
Oh yeah. Oh, I find it hard to sit on my chair. I don't have anything to support.
But
my
you
back.
see, we try to involve everybody because
Yeah.
this was like a goal for us that, you know, it's not just one is speaking, the guest speaker is making a speech, but, you know, everybody, it has to be more interactive, the sessions we told ourselves some time ago. And I think this time we succeeded. It was very
I think there was
interactive.
not a single one who did not say anything. Everyone said something today, which is good.
Hey, Sona. He did not speak.
Sona did not speak.
Sona!
Oh my God, now he's speaking. We forgot about you.
No, that where is Sona?
But he's
Where
not
is Sona?
still. He left.
Saga told us that.
Yes.
Ah, Sona. Yeah, probably. Yeah. We overlooked him. On the other hand, he has left.
Okay, next time he has to speak double time.
Yeah, yes. Make the opening speech.
Yes.
Okay. So, bye for now. It's already very late in India. Bye, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Und wir können einfach auf Deutsch umswitchen.
Ah ja, genau, das ist eine gute Idee.
Dann gehen wir
The ones who want to learn German, they can listen to us.
Ja, genau.
Ja.
Okay. Ja, also ich denke mal, für die nächste Session wäre wirklich der 26. hat sich herauskristallisiert.
Okay.
Sabine, da bist du wieder da, oder?
Ja, bin ich.
Da bist du wieder da. Und als Thema, also der Input von dir heute, Claudia, mit der Anna Kiesenhofer, das war schon gut.
Naja, als Thema, da würde ich jetzt wirklich durchrufen, die vielen, die schon gesagt haben, sie wollen was machen, nicht?
Genau,
also, oder?
okay. Ja, das wäre super.
Die Geschichte war für mich nur, wenn wir in ein, zwei
Genau.
Wochen uns wieder treffen wollen. Und, aber also ich glaube, jetzt sind die auch alle ziemlich beschäftigt. Dann machen wir das so, dass wir das dann doch lieber erst in 3 Wochen machen, oder? Oder in einem Monat ist das 26.
Der 26, wenn ja 2 ist 24, also
nein, das ist in 3 Wochen.
Ja.
Passt das?
Passt, ja? Aha, meine Jugend ist auch wieder gekommen. Okay, ja, das passt jetzt.
Manche raffen das immer noch nicht.
Ja. Nein, ja.
Anuradha kriegt die Augen nicht zu.
Anuradha, you can leave already. We just wanted to have a talk, the 3 of us. To speak a little bit about...
That's why we have changed to German.
Yes.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Prosenjit. Okay. Ja, na dann haben wir eigentlich...
Aber es war wieder super heute.
Heute war es wirklich sehr gut, weil ich finde genau das einfach also dass wir den Sona übersehen haben, das ärgert mich jetzt, aber der war dann, glaube ich, irgendwann nicht mehr da. Aber sonst haben wir wirklich alle dabei gehabt. Ich finde, das ist schon sehr gut.
Ja.
Wenn man sie wirklich anspricht und der P.A hat die Bälle so gut auffangen können. Also man konnte so gut ihn sozusagen
das war super.
befragen. Also er ist wirklich ein toller Guest Speaker.
Ja, weil er kriegt immer ganz schnell diese akkurate Antwort. Ne?
Ja, ja. Nein, aber was mich wirklich freut, ist dieses, dass man merkt, dass sie es jetzt wertschätzen, diese Sessions. Also das war auch heute, hat man gemerkt, die nicht dabei sein konnten, die wenigen, die waren, also die haben sich so entschuldigt.
Warte mal, Entschuldigung, apropos, ich muss die Aufzeichnung